especially if you want to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89 VA Claims Consulting, United States Army veteran, and retired VA rating specialist. I'm going live with you tonight to answer some of your questions about the VA disability compensation claims process. So welcome. Feel free to leave me some comments in the comment section, and I'll get through those questions. So you have me for the next 60 minutes. Yes, 1 hour where I'm going to be answering some of your questions, okay? But before we get into today's video, I just want to remind everyone that this Q&A session is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a guarantee that you're going to win your claim. So always encourage veterans to continue to go out to the VA's website, do your research in the 38 CFR and the M21 manual reference, because as we all know, the VA continues to change their process. So you always want to make sure you're up to date on the current information. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And as always, share my videos with your fellow veterans. I'll continue to bring you videos as I learn these new changes, if any comes out. I also have a veterans roundtable every month. And this month, I have something special for you. It's something we did about 3 years ago. I am going to teach you how to complete a rating decision. Yes. So we're going to have a John Doe claim, a John Doe DD-214, a John Doe service treatment records from active duty, a John Doe DBQ, John Doe nexus statements. Tell you what, it's going to be really basic, but I want you to understand what are some of the things that VA raters, like myself, when I used to rate, look for when we are completing rating decisions. Okay. So check through, don't forget, I'm going to upload the link. You can sign up in Eventbrite. I'll upload the link in the comment section. And if you are in the Tampa Bay area, I will be at HCC, Hillsborough County Community College tomorrow from 12 to 1 at their Dale Mabry campus. In the in lab. So if anybody is familiar with that, I got some questions. I'm going to be doing an hour presentation and taking some questions. Okay. So you can see me in person, ask me questions in person. And I love for you to show up and say, hey, I always check you out on YouTube. Okay. So with that being said, periodically check the comment section and I'll be uploading that link. So now I'm going to upload that link right now, and I'll be uploaded periodically during the night, and you could go ahead and sign up. I do apologize. I will be coughing. I am a little bit under the weather. Went out to LA about 3 weeks ago, came back, had a little cough, and I just can't shake it. So I do apologize. Now, let's go ahead and get those likes up. I think I have, who are some of my followers in here? Net Baker, we got Scrap Guy. Make sure you count those likes for me. I definitely appreciate it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get into the first question here. Robert. Hey, Robert, welcome back. I remember seeing you last month. Good afternoon, sir. I submitted a claim years ago on the wrong form. I've now submitted a supplemental claim for my back with new and relevant evidence. I like the way you use that VA language, new and relevant evidence, consisting of a letter from my personal doctor. Is this normal? Thank you for what you do for veterans. Not a problem, Robert. I definitely appreciate it. Now, Robert is correct. When you were previously denied for a condition, you have to submit that new claim on a VA form 20-0995, and you need new and relevant evidence. New evidence is evidence that was not part of your claim when they adjudicated that claim. And in Robert's situation, is for the back. Okay, relevant is relevant to the back. Then ask you for a knee X-ray. Okay, that's new, but it wouldn't be relevant. So yes, Robert, that letter is relevant to reopen the claim. But also, Robert, think about when you're claiming that back condition, where does it fall under the 5 ways of service connection? On my YouTube channel, I have about 3 videos on the 5 ways of service connection. One is named 5 ways of service connection. The other 2 is step 1 on the VA claims process. All right. Hey, Annette Baker, I really appreciate the super sticker, and I really appreciate all the support, the live streams, the one-on-ones that you and I have done in the past, the support you've given me over the past months, especially showing up for the monthly Veterans Roundtable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Now we have Marvin. Had my high-level review on Monday. It seems as though the outcome may be favorable. If favorable, can the senior adjudicator make the decision without referring it back to the regional office? Excuse me. So, Marvin, all decision review officers or senior adjudicator, they work at a regional office. Okay. Just depends on which regional office they're working at. Now, the reference is clear. Whoever did that high-level review, decision review officer, they must do the rating on it. Okay, that individual. So, Marvin, I hope that you looked at some interviews that I did where I interviewed an actual Army veteran, and they talked about what they did. They watched some of my videos on high-level review. They followed those steps, and they were able to be successful. So, Marvin, I hope you went out and watched those videos before you had that high-level review. But I definitely wish you much luck, and I hope you obtain, the service connection or increase or whatever it is you were seeking on the high-level review. Okay, Annette Baker. Hello from Prescott. All right, all right. I had flat feet when I entered the military. In quite some time ago. Now I have plantar fasciitis and arch supports. Can I apply for service connection for flat feet and or plantar fasciitis? So I would say, Annette, that probably would fall under pre-service aggravation. I had the same thing where on my entrance exam, it showed moderate pes planus while in service. I complained of bilateral foot pain, and then I had some treatment after I separated from active duty. And of course, the VA denied the claim, and they said, "Oh, we don't see it. We don't see it." And I was like, "Well, hey, check this out. Send me the medical records that you reviewed from my active duty service." I got it. Took about 3 to 6 months, I believe. Opened it up on the first page. Guess what I saw? My entrance exam showing pes planus. So then I had to fight. But not only think about plantar fasciitis and pes planus, but think about under the 5 ways of service connection, you're going to be claiming it. And if you had it upon entry of your military service, it would be pre-service aggravation. Okay. And then, doctor may say, "Hey, all right, well, you got flat feet and it's called plantar fasciitis." So I'm not a medical provider, but if you're claiming secondary, then obviously there would need to be a DBQ and a nexus statement as well. Okay. Going through. Annette Baker says Arizona. All right. Jolly Green. How you doing? Put in your likes, people. I definitely appreciate it. Who we got? Okay, we got somebody distinguished football fanatic. What is your favorite football team? Chiming in from Germany. Okay, you're up late tonight. Hello, Marvin Jenkins, all the way from Milwaukee. Is still snoring up there? Jolly Green. Robert, I think you need to resubmit the correct form. Okay, thanks for chiming in. Hello again. I lost my service entry medical exam docs. How can I get a copy? Everyone, in my in the description section of all my videos, I list how you can go about the form you need. I provide the link, the FOIA/Privacy Act request, and where you can submit that to the VA to get a copy of everything that the VA, when I say VA, I'm talking about VBA, Veterans Benefit Administration, not VHA, Veterans Healthcare Administration, but VBA, Victor Bravo Alpha. Okay. And if you've ever filed a claim before, you could submit that for your request there, Marvin, and everything that they have, they should send you a copy on CD. You heard me talk about it in several other Q&A sessions. Okay. All right, we got Kevin from Jacksonville. I want to put out there, I'm going to be doing something this summer, okay? I'm not going to say what it is, but I think everybody would definitely be pleased. So if you hadn't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because once we get things set up, I am going to be putting it out there on social media. And you definitely want to be in the know when I start posting this. Okay. So it'll be over the summer. So you'll hear me talk a little bit more about it in every Q&A session, and even in my monthly Veterans Roundtable. Okay, Marson, get C file. Yep. And where can you find out how to do that? In the description. Even in this video, it's in the description section, and all my other YouTube videos as well. All right. Jonathan, greetings to Wayne. Greetings to you as well. Bamboo, can a vet receive compensation for lumbar degenerative disc disease under 5237? So keep in mind, Bamboo, diagnostic code 5237 is actually lumbosacral strain. Now, if it's some type of arthritis, they will put diagnostic code 5010 or 5003 in front of the diagnostic code 5237. Limited range of motion, as well as a 20% for arthritis in 2 or more major minor joint groups under 500. There you go, 5003. I didn't see that, but you already put it there for me. Or would that be pyramiding? Yeah, that will be pyramiding. Now, they're not going to give you a separate diagnosis of 5003. So like I said, in Bamboo, I didn't even read down to that question. So, we're on the same page here. But yes, that would be pyramiding. They would put 5003-5237. Okay. Big Sam says, hey, Dwayne, what's going on, Big Sam? Brian Green, what's going on, Brian? Hope to see you in the next Veterans Roundtable. Send us a message in the portal and let us know how things are going on your side. Put in your likes. Definitely appreciate that. Thanks for all you do, everyone. Hit the like button. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. We got 80 people in here. So make sure we get those likes up. So for the event tomorrow that I'm going to be speaking at Hillsborough County Community College, I am going on their Dale Mabry campus. So if you're in the Tampa, St. Pete area, I'm putting that link in the comments section right now. That event is free. So if you're in the Tampa, St. Pete area, Sarasota, Bradenton, and you want to drive up, it's only going to be an hour, 12 to 1. I might stay around. I'll probably get there a little bit early, but stick around 5 or 10 minutes, take some additional questions. But I know I'm going to have to leave not too soon after the event is over. Okay. Lonnie Brinson. Lonnie, I think you were on, over a year ago. And I was asking you, it's a blues singer out of Mississippi. Last name is Brinson. I think it's Brinson. But anyway, I'm sorry. Lonnie Brinson, can you move from a BVA hearing to a direct review without losing your place in line? No. If you're at BVA, you can withdraw that appeal to BVA. Okay. If you go back down to a high level review, I would have to look at the notification letter and see, or do the research and see if you withdraw that BVA. I think at that point, the only option you may have is a supplemental claim if you withdraw it. Okay. What's going on, Scrap Guy, formerly known as Gun Guy? How we doing, sir? Okay, Big Sam, which is better for denial of an increase, an HLR or supplemental claim? Excuse me, I'm sorry. So keep in mind, people, the supplemental claim is for when you were previously denied. Okay. So obviously, if you're going in for an increase or they didn't grant the increase, meaning they confirmed to continue it, okay. Other option is high level review. Now, I mean, that's the way I've seen veterans do it. But you got to keep in mind, why didn't you get that increase? What was it increased for? Do you know the diagnostic code for that particular service-connected condition? Did you look at the rating decision that granted the initial benefit? It'll tell you why they granted that percentage and why they didn't grant the next higher percentage. Or you can find out that 4-digit code, like the gentleman earlier was saying about the back, the 5237, and see what that criteria is. A lot of veterans jump right to the increase and they don't think about, hey, what is the criteria? Do I meet the symptoms, the criteria for the next higher percentage? That's the first thing, Big Sam, you got to think about. But in your case, you already submitted that claim. Why didn't they grant the higher benefit? Did you have evidence to prove the next higher criteria? If it's a joint, what was your range of motion? And furthermore, do you have the CMP exam? And what does it say? Does it match with the next higher percentage for that particular condition? So, Big Sam, there's still some questions there. But like I said, you have to figure out what the criteria is for the next higher percentage. Okay, Gino cooks keto and more. If you're already 100% PNT, is it worth going for other issues not in your compensation? Gino, I'm so glad that you asked this question because I definitely was going to address something similar surrounding this. It would be up to you. I've seen veterans claim conditions when they're 100% permanent total. Okay, maybe like years ago, blue water for Vietnam vets. Okay, so a lot of Navy vets were getting denied, and then when they came out with blue water and they met the requirements, they started getting service connected. And vets were saying, "Hey, I have diabetes and it's really bad, and I'm more than likely I'm going to pass away from diabetes. So I'm blue water Vietnam vet. I want to make sure I'm service connected for it, so my family can get those benefits if I die from this condition of diabetes. I think that I will pass away from." So it'll be up to you if you want to do it, but think about why you're doing it. Okay, I just gave an example of why a few vets have told me why they did it. Now, what I was going to talk about, I've been getting a lot of questions. People are saying, "Hey, I'm 100% PNT," or if you're 100% PNT and you file a new claim, are they going to go back and look at everything? Everybody's running around scared. Okay, so from me, a VA rater, I actually rated claims that veterans are 100% PNT. I didn't go all the way back and look at everything. Now, it could be a possibility depending on what you're claiming and how you're claiming it. Okay. I did a video, it's on my channel, and I think it's named if you're 100% PNT with the VA, go back and look at everything. Go to my channel. I think I either posted it last month or the end of January. I think it was last month, okay, a couple of weeks ago. Go watch that video and I really break it down and give you some examples. Okay. So a lot of people say, "Yeah, I saw this on YouTube. I saw that on YouTube." And I was like, okay, what regulation did the person give you stating that a rater will go back every single time they look at somebody's claim that's 100 PNT and go back and look at everything? No. Okay. Now, every claim is different. And in some cases, they possibly could. But again, go check out that video. And I'm talking about those are things I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see, Kevin Trotter, 90% rating from the VA. I filed a TDIU claim and was told by the VA that my upcoming CFP exam on March 16th that I do not have to attend. LHI says I have to. Who is right? If LHI is telling you to show up, you might want to listen to them because they got to do the exam, not the VA. Okay. But keep in mind, IU is not a standalone claim. It is a claim for increase for the service-connected conditions that the veteran is stating causes them not to obtain gainful employment. Now, another key thing to remember when it comes to IU, it's a claim for increase, one. Then you have to meet the scheduler. Okay, so obviously, Kevin, they felt you met the scheduler, meaning you had one disability at 60%, two or more disabilities at 70% or more, and one of those two or several were at 40%. But what a lot of veterans don't think about, oh, it's a claim for increase. So let's just say you're saying that your back condition is at 40%, right? And it's causing you not to have gainful employment. It's a claim for increase. So what do you want to do? Find out what the diagnostic code is. What is the criteria for the next higher percentage? Okay. And do you feel you meet that criteria? And also, how long has that percentage, in this example, 40%, has been in effect? Claiming IU, you definitely want to know that information. Here's why. If you go to that exam, that percentage has been in effect less than 5 years, and on that exam, it shows improvement. Guess what they're going to do? they're going to do a proposal to reduce. If it's been in effect more than 5 years, then they need 2 exams to show improvement. Okay. So TDIU, individual employability, IU is very tricky because a lot of veterans do not understand the basics as it pertains to IU. Guess what? Got a video on my channel where I did maybe a couple of years ago where I talk about IU, and it's still relevant to this day. But that was one of the things, you have it's a claim for increase. It's not a standalone claim. The scheduler, the percentages that you need to meet, and then something else you got to think about. Hey, if it's that percentage has been in effect less than 5 years. So, Kevin, I hope you knew that and you thought about it because I've seen veterans, they get denied IU and they're proposing to reduce, and they go from 90% down to 80, 70, or 60, okay? So I hope you knew that information before filing that claim. Okay, storm vet is sarcomas cell carcinoma, cancer of the head and face, considered a presumptive or direct disability of Gulf War. I know it's for Agent Orange, but Gulf War, if it's not on that list, you have to think about, and I have to look, Storm Vet. I can't remember if it was on the list or if they added it. But think about, if it's not, think about, before you went to the Gulf, you came back, did you have it? Because you can still claim it as a Gulf War undiagnosed illness. Okay. And the doctor had to make that determination. Okay. We can't contribute it to anything else. You went to the Gulf, you came back, and you have to explain what you were having from that, the symptoms, or, symptoms and things that you were doing from that point up until now. All right. Carlos, hi, I started with a 0% to a 10% to a 40 and still have to put secondary, put a secondary. Thank you. Hey, not a problem, Carlos. Glad to hear that you're having success with your claim. It's, I love to hear those success stories. So thank you for sharing. And again, people, I do apologize. I don't know. I thought I was getting over this cold and now it's coming back, but I got some medication as soon as I get off here. Okay. Hey, Mr. Kimball, could you explain what happens during prep for decision and after? Okay. So one thing that I try to always stay away from is the stages that the VA list on the VA website. Okay. You drive yourself crazy trying to figure that out. Prep for decision, that could mean, several things, it could mean several things. So, wow, it's hard to say, I could tell you like 4 or 5 examples and neither one maybe fit your situation. Okay. All right. All right. Scrap guy coming in here from Kentucky. Jolly Green, 50 people, 59, 53 people here with 8 likes. Come on, people. So we got 94 people. Let's make sure we get those likes up. FYI, requested claim file this past June, received in November, took 5 months. Hey, Dennis, thanks for sharing. It took me 11 months. So everybody, let me know if you have submitted that FOIA Privacy Act request to the VA and you received that CD. Let me know how long it took. Let us know in the comment section. Oh man, I'm so sorry, people. I don't know. A couple of hours ago, I went outside and that pollen it hit me really bad. Is a Halo scuba physical the same as an ETS physical? It's not the same, in my opinion. Please clear this up. No, an ETS physical is when you're going off of active duty, and you're not going to have another physical after that. It's also known as a separation physical. And I see that motorcycle back there. So if it's not a Yamaha R1, I could break the brakes off of it. Okay. All right. I ride an R1. Well, I haven't really ridden. I done went through 2 batteries and haven't ridden it. So Virginia here. Okay. Thank you, sir. Jonathan, greetings, Dwayne. Likewise. Ned Baker, you missed the first question on the live. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me go back. I think no, I didn't. Ned, I answered. It was Robert's question. Then you had a super sticker, and then Marvin. So I think I got it. But let me know what that question is. I just scroll back up to the top. Russell, Dwayne, thanks for all you do. NYC. Okay, I definitely. All right, Russell. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize. I see the last name. Hey, thanks for chiming in, Russell. I appreciate it, sir. Chris B. When in the preparation for the for the decision phase, with that information being the veteran's claim file to see what the potential rating might be, or is it all just paperwork to be reviewed for the rating? Again, you know, I'm assuming everyone, I'm assuming that what they mean by that is preparation for decision. They're gathering, I don't know, because there's something else they call gathering information. Preparation for decision. Maybe they got everything back, doing some final touch ups or whatever, and before they send it over to the rater. But all that information should be in the claims file at that point. Remy, what's going on? I didn't see you last month, Remy. Welcome back. At least I don't think you're on. Hello, Wayne. I filed a high level review. Had an informal conference. Remy, I hope you watched those videos that I did on high level review. A duty to assist error was found. My claim was decided without a medical opinion. Would this be a situation where it would be decided in my favor? So when you say it was decided without a medical opinion, have they already made a decision? Remy, it's hard to say. Just because there was a duty to assist error, it doesn't mean that it's going to go in your favor. A lot of times veterans say, oh, they got a duty to assist error, duty to assist error. It could be that a VA employee forgot to do something and that claim was denied. So the VA got to go back and do their COA, right? And either they're going to uphold the denial or maybe send you for an exam. But it's hard to say. Every claim is different. And without looking at any information, it would definitely be hard to say. Okay. So for those of you that came in a little bit late, I'm going to put another link in the comment section. And it's for the Veterans Roundtable, the third Thursday of this month. Okay. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to teach you how to do a rating decision. Okay. So you're going to have a John Doe claims file to include the DD-214 service treatment records, STRs, DBQs, nexus statements. Okay. So people are going to sign up. You have until next Wednesday. Then we're going to close the registration. And then on the following day, we're going to send you these Google Docs along with some questions, and you have to answer these questions. And then we're going to go over those answers during the roundtable. Okay. So that link that I just uploaded, you can sign up there. And we're going to put some work into getting these documents. Okay. So it's even though we did a couple of years ago, I'm going to update them. And we're going to challenge you. We're going to challenge you, but I think you would get a small understanding. Okay, well, I'm not going to make it I'm not going to make it difficult, but I am going to challenge you. Okay, Dwayne, I resubmitted the correct form. Okay, it's been over 2 months, and I haven't been scheduled for a CMP exam. Is this a long time waiting for a CMP exam? Thanks. Robert, it's odd because I've seen veterans submit a claim on a Monday, get a call, on a Wednesday, get a call the following Monday for a CMP exam. It just depends. I think in large part, it depends on which regional office it goes to and what their backlog is. Okay. Hey, Joseph, how we doing? Yeah, go ahead. Answer your question, Joseph. Thanks for coming in from LinkedIn. TSK, I filed a FDC supplemental claim for PTSD. It's been 6 months and it's in the reviewing new evidence. Is this normal? Yeah, they got to review the new evidence. Again, the VA will give you a target time frame, but that's not a guaranteed time frame of how things move. Now, I also have a Facebook veterans group, and I asked some questions to the veterans when they sign up. Okay. And one of those questions, a lot of questions that I get when I ask, well, the answer to a question I get is, what are some of the things that they're struggling with the VA claims process? And they all say, not all, but quite a few says the wait times. When I did my first claim, it was 1 year. If you can get a rate decision in 2 or 3 months, trust me, that is not a long time. But I will tell you this: if the VA hadn't made some of the improvements they've made over the past several years, I think the wait times when I did my claim, the wait times were about a year average. If they hadn't done these improvements, third party contractors, DBQs, VBMS system that they implemented, I think those wait times probably would have increased to like a year and a half, maybe two. Okay. So if you're waiting 2 or 3 months, trust me, that is not a long time. Now, I've seen some claims get done a lot faster than that. Okay. And some a little bit longer. Every claim is different. Okay. All right. Ernest Slade, thanks for your help. I am now 100% PNT. Whoop, whoop. Hey, everybody give a shout out to Ernest. Definitely thank you for sharing and congrats. Aloha from Hawaii. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Hawaii. All right. Joseph, if I am 100%, do I do do I need or should I file under the PACT Act? Joseph, you can. It's no, it's nothing saying that you can't. But again, keep in mind, hey, I'm filing this. When am I filing under the PACT Act? Is it on the list? Am I going to claim it as an undiagnosed illness? Do I have a diagnosis of it? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, like I stated earlier, I gave an example where individuals were 100% PNT and they came in and they had a condition that they were trying to get service connected because they knew it was related to service and they thought that this condition would be a condition that they would pass away from. So they wanted to get it on the books. So if it happened, their significant other could get benefits. All right. I have asthma that I believe I got it from my tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Yes, that is on the list, Joseph. So it would be a personal decision that you would have to make if you wanted to go ahead and do that. Tony Funny, a car claim accuracy request effective. Wow. Tony, wow, you threw me for a loop for that one. I would say, Tony, I did a video last year on the car when it first came out. So I'm so sorry, everybody. I got this cough and can't shake and a little stuffy headed. So I do apologize for the cough. Uh, Go and check that video out, Tony. I haven't looked up anything on the VA website about the car in months. Okay. So I don't want to tell you anything because I don't even know if they're still implemented. Okay. But check out that video that I did on the car. So on my channel, so go to my website. I'm sorry, not my website, YouTube channel, type in CAR, and that video should come up. Okay. And also check the M21 manual reference, put CAR in there and see what comes up. And then the reason why I like the M21, because even though it's not the regulation, it'll give you any regulations in this case that maybe pertain to car, maybe any court cases or anything else. Okay. And M21 is really easy to do the search. Okay. Wow. Okay. We got a long question here from Facebook. I submitted a fully developed claim with a DBQ for an increase for PTSD. Was the DBQ sufficient? Did the doctor state they reviewed your VA claims folder? Did you submit their FOIA request and receive that CD in the mail? I was informed by the firm helping me not to attend any CMPs. Even our clients, I never tell a client not to go, even if they have a DBQ or Nexus. In this case, a DBQ. I leave it up to them, but I tell them the pros and cons and some things that I went through when I did the increase for a particular condition and what some of our other clients have been running into. Okay. I was contacted by QTC for a CMP twice and made excuses for not attending. They informed me to contact the VA and the firm advised not to contact them. Checking my claim status is still in the evidence gathering. I see exam request processing. I was told by the firm to read the statement below. If contact, I have submitted a fully developed claim and Facebook user, it got cut off. So there's a regulation. I want to say it's 38 CFR. I'm going out on a limb here, people. 3.159. Subpart I, subpart C, subpart 4, subpart I. And it states, I'm going to paraphrase. If the evidence is not sufficient for rating purposes, then they got to request an exam. So basically, what that is telling you is if it is sufficient, why are they scheduling an exam? And I hear that a lot. People say, oh, you got to go to an exam. And I tell veterans, well, why do the VA have the DBQs on the website in the first place? If they're still going to request a CMP exam, why even have them on your website? But as veterans, we have to make sure that DBQ and our nexus statement is sufficient. Okay, that's key. Okay, Jolly Green, rhinitis 0%, sinusitis denied April 2022. Yesterday, I submitted a supplemental claim with MRI, nothing, no polyps, and bacteria and post-nasal drip. Continue next post. If it's over 360 days, then I'll submit an increase for rhinitis. Makes sense? No. If you've already submitted a claim for increase. Or, wait a minute, let me go back. 0% for, yeah. So if you already submitted that claim for increase, resubmitting it is not going to make it go faster. Okay. Why it's 365 days old, 360 days old, don't know. Okay. Yeah, but it should have been done. We've been seeing the average wait time for some of my clients has been at least around 2 or 3 months, if not less. Okay. Keeper, if you are 100% PNT, will you need to keep up with the VA? Good question. This is going to be one of my next videos. There's nothing out there stating you have to continue to go to the doctor. You know, if you're 100% PNT. People say, oh, we want to protect your rating. VA is not going to go through everybody's claim that's 100% PNT every year on the anniversary date and say, oh, let's check to see if they're going to the doctor. Because some veterans, they self-medicate. You know, do you go to the doctor every time something hurts? You know, today, I wasn't feeling good. You know, I thought I was getting over this cold and I wasn't going to run to the doctor. But what I did do, I was like, hey, my wife said, do tell a doc. Did that, went and picked up a prescription. Now, for the last 3 weeks, I didn't go to the doctor. I just thought I was going to get over it. I have service-connected condition. Let's say for the right knee. Do it hurt? Yeah. Am I going to run to the doctor every time it hurt? No. I'm not going to keep paying a copay. I'm not going to be on the VA's website contacting my primary care. I need to come in. My knee hurt. They're going to schedule me. Or they're going to prescribe me some medication. Excuse me. But you got to keep in mind also that something like that, you might put ice on, you might put icy hot, something like that, a wrap, a warm towel, or something like that, But no, there's no requirement that you have to keep going, okay? And if somebody tells you that, ask them what regulation it states that, okay? Even I filed increases for things that I hadn't been treated for in months, but I met the symptoms for the next higher percentage, okay? Let's see. Okay, Gino, thank you. It's so hard to get information after you get 100%. No, Gino, it's a lot of information out there, depending on the information that you are trying to get. Okay, so I take that back. Depending on the information you're trying to get, but shoot me a question. And then, you have some other veterans in here that are very knowledgeable on the claims process. They may provide some feedback as well. They may, somebody else may see your question and say, hey, I went through that. This is what I did. And this is what I like about my veterans, especially my veterans roundtable, because they're all by Zoom. We all share our videos, and we'll get on there, and somebody will say, "Hey, I had the same thing happen to me. This is what I did." Every claim is different. Okay, so getting a different perspective. So it just depends on the information that you're trying to get. Okay. Big dog in the Philippines. Hey, Dwayne, 2017, I had an operation on my back with working in retail. 2018, got 70% for PTSD. Can I still file for TDIU, SSDI, and get back pay? Um, I did a video, Big Dog. I did a video on effective dates. Check that out as it pertains to the back pay. Also, I think I did one on the intent to file, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you meet the criteria for TDI, scheduler criteria for TDIU. Now, as it pertains to SSDI, I do not know. I know what SSDI is. And guess what, big dog? You are in luck because I just interviewed somebody. I want to say it was last November or December that is a subject matter expert in Social Security. Go to my I'm sorry, I keep saying my website. Go to my YouTube channel and look for that video. Okay. The lady is very knowledgeable and she left her contact information. So definitely schedule a consultation with her and she can ask you all your questions about SSDI. But check out the video, watch the whole video because I get questions about the video and someone will say, hey, I watched the video. What is her contact information? And I'm like, no, you didn't watch the video because she gave her contact information several times throughout the video. So you got to watch the entire video, people. These videos I put up, older ones, yeah, I went a little bit long, 25, 27 minutes, but now I'm trying to stay within 10 or 12, 14 minutes, okay? That's not that long. You can sit for 15 minutes and watch these videos and get this information. Brian Green, Dwayne, I had a highlight review conference and the senior decision review officer people. That's who they are. DROs, DROs, decision review officers. Rep said that my case is a classic due to assist error. So, Brian, did you ask them what that duty to assist error was and what they were going to do to correct it? And if they corrected it, would that claim go in your favor? Inquiring minds would like to know. Need to reconcile conflicting medical evidence, upload CYA December letter to the portal. Okay. Yeah. Just if you got questions on that, just reach out to DJ through the portal. Hey, by the way, people, these are some good questions I'm getting tonight. Again, I'm putting the link to the Veterans Roundtable for, I think it's the 16th, the third Thursday of this month. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that rating decision. So if you're up for the challenge and you want to test yourself, hey, sign up. If you're a little bit nervous, but also keep in mind, it's a learning experience, okay? It's not to shame anybody. I want to make sure you have a good understanding. And I've had people like Brian Green, Annette Baker, Scrap Guy. They've been in several of my veterans roundtables. They can tell you some of the things that we discuss and how beneficial it is, okay? And if I left anybody out, I think Chris B has been in there as well a couple of times. So if I left anybody out, I do apologize. JH, can additional items for your claim be discovered during your C&P exam? Yes. Okay. But they're not going to say, oh, you were diagnosed with this and we're going to grant this. Now, in some cases, yes. So let's just say you claim bilateral hearing loss and the doctor says, oh, you got a diagnosis of tinnitus and they give a positive opinion. They will grant that. Okay. Another one is if you're going in for increase for your back, lumbar strain, diagnostic code 5237, and they see, hey, you got evidence here, you got radiculopathy in the lower extremities, and they fill out that section, radiculopathy section in the DBQ and give you a diagnosis, they can grant it without you claiming it. Now, JH, go to my YouTube channel. I got it right this time, YouTube channel. And I did a video where I said conditions that you can obtain without a nexus. Okay. Check out that video. All right. Think it'll give you some good information. B, sorry, I'm new to this. Hey, welcome, sir. I don't have medical records from pain, but they did happen when I was in military. Would I still be able to put claims that are service related? Yeah. That's the whole purpose of the claims file. Now, unless I'm missing something in your question, but I think what you're asking is, hey, I was treated in service for this particular condition, had pain. Yeah, you file a claim. They're going to go through those medical records to see if there's treatment, complaints, diagnosis, injuries, or diseases pertaining to that. to schedule your compensation and pension exam. At least that's what they should do per their guidelines. 8 months to receive claims file, longer to try to get the CMP exam. Okay, keep pushing on that. Keep pushing. Excuse me. Carlos, file migraine, secondary tinnitus, MDD, and GERD because all cause them. You are correct, Carlos. I've seen medical literature stating that. But I've also seen some CMP doctors, CMP exam, third-party doctors say no. Someone told me I should have filed secondary only to one issue. Your opinion? You know, I'm just going to be blunt when I say this. It's up to you, okay? What somebody else did with their claim, even if they're doing it the same way, it's a different claim. You may have a different CMP examiner. If you're in different parts of this country, you may have a different rater. Okay, so there's a lot of variables that go into when you do that. But if you do claim it secondary, understand, how do you explain that tinnitus caused depression, GERD, migraines? What medical literature out there, studies that have done that link the two? Okay, you gotta educate yourself on that. Marvin said, Internet Baker, 8 months just to get a CD. Hey, Marvin, it took him 11 and a half months to send me mine. Okay. My counterpart, DJ, I think he shared one night that it took them 4 months. Okay. But yeah, 11 and a half months. Yeah, that's too long. Yes, just got, okay, so you just got the CD. Okay. All right. Will, been watching your videos. If have all criteria for fully developed claim, will you still be scheduled for a CMP exam? It depends. When you say if you have all the criteria, what's the criteria? Okay. Now, like the example I gave earlier, let's just say you had a sufficient DBQ and or nexus statement. Then they shouldn't, per their guidelines. But what we've been seeing, especially with several clients and other veterans that I talk to, they're still scheduling. So you heard me talk about earlier that, hey, why are some VA employees scheduling CMP exams when veterans have sufficient DBQs and nexus statements, and some of them are not? And you're in luck, Will. I did a video about it. I think it's called insufficient DBQs or something like that. Okay, or inconsistencies amongst VA employees. Go to my YouTube channel, got it right again, and check out that video, and I get a little bit more in detail on it. Okay. And then show up next month and let me know if the video was helpful, or you can just leave a comment for that video. And everyone that knows me, I try to answer every single comment I get. Now, if the comment is just flat out negative, then I remove it. Sometimes I will answer depending on what it is. But it's not that often. It's maybe like a handful of people, okay? Disgruntled for whatever reason. But Will, when I get up in the morning, watch that video, leave a comment. I do try to take 30 minutes and go through and answer everybody's questions. Now, if you reply to that comment, then I'm not responding, okay? I'm just only going to respond once because then we get into back and forth, and that falls into one of our services that we provide, a private Q&A. So I'll give you one question, but if it's multiple questions, I'm not going to go back and forth. You can sign up and book a Q&A session if you like, okay? All right, so we got under 15 minutes, so I'm going to try to get through majority of these questions. Mano, going through the Army Med Board, rating came back. However, one condition states deferred. Are you able to explain why it may state deferred, but all other ratings are complete? Man, a lot of people have not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Mano, guess what? I have a video on my YouTube channel talking about deferred issues. I actually show you how they word it in a rating decision, okay? But real quick, deferred is not a bad thing, okay? When I used to do it a lot, because if a veteran claimed 5 things and I'm able to grant 4 of those things, I wouldn't hold that veteran's claim up. I would go ahead and grant those 4 conditions. And it could be that last decision, the last condition I'm deferring. It could be somebody forgot to schedule the VA CMP exam. So I'll say this condition is deferred for a VA CMP exam to obtain a medical opinion and nexus statement, or just a VA medical exam. So it's not a bad thing when they defer it, okay? But some raters don't do that. They're like, you know what? I ain't touching it until everything is back. I didn't want to hold people's money up. So at least if I'm granting something, you can get service connected for that right now and receive money and just wait on that deferred issue, okay? Donald, if I have ICD codes in my medical records, can I file? I'm not going to say yes to that, Donald. You can, but those ICD codes represent a diagnosis. So then the question becomes, where do those diagnoses fall under the 5 ways of service connection? I got one video about the 5 ways. It's called 5 ways of service connection. The other two is step one of the VA claims process. Go check out those videos. And I'm getting a lot of questions, people, from a lot of veterans. So I'm assuming that you're not subscribed to the channel. So if anybody is subscribed to my YouTube channel, tell them what videos I got out there and how it helped you if you are a subscriber or you just watch some of the videos, okay? Man, excuse me. Sorry about that, everyone. I submitted for both my claims file and my SDRs. SDR should be in your claims file, Robert. 8 months ago, on the safe form, I received my SDR in 4 months, and I'm still waiting on my claim. Wow. See, yeah, but a good thing you got your claims file. Okay. They missed sending me my claims file. The VA admitted the error. Okay. Um, so you can wait on it. I did a video where I didn't want to wait any longer, and I filed a White House hotline complaint. Robbie, you can find that video on my channel. I'm coming out with a video soon where I'm explaining how to log into the VA's websites and get your notification letter, your rating decision, and other correspondences that the VA has sent you. Make sure you subscribe because you want to watch this video, and I'm walking you through step by step by step by step. Okay, I did it for mine, and I had documents that in there. It was like 6 pages, and it was like about 10 links per page, and it was 6 pages. And I went back to the beginning, and it was 2009, and the last document was 2018. So if you don't have those old rating decisions, if you don't have, I think they got the rating code sheets in there too. If you don't have the notification letters, okay, you can go right to their website and get that information. The video, I'm showing you how to do it step by step. You want to make sure you subscribe. Okay. So, hey, we got about 8 minutes left. We got 107 people in here. Someone let me know how many likes we got. Okay. They forgot to schedule me an ETS physical. Man, why would they do that? You must have been in the Marines or Army like myself, man. You hear that a lot with those two organizations. So they just scheduled me Halo and Scuba. Oh, okay, I get it. I was a operational paratrooper, 7+ years with CL spine, knees, hip, ankle issue, which I couldn't list before. Benjamin, I have a video on my YouTube channel where I'm talking about claims that you can file for being awarded the parachute badge on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, go to the channel, check out that video. It's still relevant to today. We did customized educational packets for a couple of paratroopers, and they received the service connection for joints that they weren't even treated for in service because they were able to explain the regional symptomology as to doing those jumps and how it caused some conditions later. Okay. And there's a lot of articles out there on that, conditions that paratroopers have from several jumps. Okay. It's a roundtable for a new claim or an appeal. Man, good question. It's I think we're going to do it for new claim and a secondary claim. But TK, if you're looking for some on appeal, I have several videos on my website. There, I said it again, people. I'm so sorry. On my YouTube channel, explain the HLR formerly known as appeal. Okay. I joined National Guard from active duty. They found out that I got 100% PNT. If I need to go to med board, do I need to go to a CMP exam again? If they're trying to med board you out, that exam has nothing to do with the VA. It's the National Guard. So National Guard is state, has nothing to do with the VA federal. Monica, it took me almost 2 years to get service connected, Monica, or 2 years to get your claims filed. Congratulations on your 100%. Yep. Angela Blunt, I need to call you tomorrow. We got to get that phone call. I did look at some information. Greetings from Florida. All right, Angela, appreciate it. Angela G, my lawyer filed my claim on September 26, 2020. I got a decision the 1st of February. I went from 90 to 100% PNT, and I have one issue deferred. Go for it. Everybody, give a shout out to Angela G. Congrats. Thanks for sharing. Love to hear when veterans are able to maximize their benefits, compensation benefits, regardless if they feel they should be 100%, 60%, 30%, 20%. You keep fighting whatever percentage you feel you should be awarded. Okay. Henry, just filed sleep apnea secondary to depression, anxiety, along with DBQ and IMO. I always call it nexus letter, but independent medical opinion, the same thing. I believe that I provided. Henry, you use that word. I believed. Oh no, say it's not so. You believed. You didn't confirm that it was sufficient. Provided sufficient evidence for a decision. Keeping my fingers crossed. Hey, Henry, let us know how that turns out for you. But you can't believe, you can't guess, you can't assume. You have to be absolutely sure that DBQ and Nexus is sufficient for rating purposes, okay? Because you don't want a VA employee pulling the okey doke on you saying that it's not. And that's actually a service that we provided. We've provided to several vets over the past several years. We review DBQs and Nexus statements to make sure they're sufficient. And how do we do that? Because I rated hundreds of claims based on veterans' private DBQs and Nexus statements, okay? Question, can you request to have exams by VS and QTC? Excuse me. I requested it on a statement of the case. I've had Mo again. I appreciate your help. Let's see. You said something else. Oh, okay. I don't think you can request to go to VES or QTC. But what you can do, and a lot of veterans don't know this, you can request to examine a VA CMP examiner instead of QTC, LHI, VES service, Optimum, whatever they're calling themselves these days. But a lot of veterans don't know that. Okay. Okay, we got a couple minutes, people. I'm starting to fade fast. I feel these my sinus is really acting up. Okay, Jonathan, can I request my exams to be conducted by VES instead of I've had better results with VES examiners. My last exam for presumptive conditions, I had to make a complaint to the VA hotline and QTC. I'm not going to say that you can't, but only thing you can do is ask, okay, and just see what they do. And if it's QTC, you will you could let them know, hey, send that back to the VA. The doctor that I saw last time was garbage. I filed a complaint, and you all want me to go see somebody else. I mean, but that would be totally up to you. But only thing you can do is ask, and they can say no, or they can say yes, but you don't know if you don't ask. T, just awarded 70% PTSD. Can I file a secondary for sleep apnea? I have a CPAP prescribed by VA. Yes, you can. But it's not guaranteed that they're going to grant the benefit. Sorry, I left that out. Jason, just awarded 100% PNT for PTSD. Does this expedite my Social Security? I'm at the appeal to see the judge stage. That I don't know, Jason. So I'm going to refer you to a video that I did about can the VA claims process impact Social Security. I interviewed a subject matter expert on Social Security SSDI. So watch that video. If you still have questions, make sure you go out and you go out and you contact her, you get a consult. Okay. So we're right at an hour. I'm going to take a couple of other questions. Wow. I finally caught a live on YouTube. Okay. This that time. Booyaka, booyaka. All right. I see you out there. Thanks for coming in. It's that time. Right. I keep a current claims file and make sure to make complaints to the VA hotline if needed. Okay. There you go. All right. So everyone, this is the link to my monthly Veterans Roundtable. I'm going to stick it in the comment section again for everyone. Make sure you go out there and sign up. Again, it's going to be for teaching you how to do a rating decision, a John Doe rating decision. All right. So something else that I wanted to, okay, here we go. I want to give a shout out. It's that time. Thank you. 20-year rule question, PTSD, 14 years, 100%, 6 years, at 6 years, 50%. What is the lowest then can decrease rating to is anything protected? Chris, I did a video, I did an interview over a year ago. I want to say about a year and a half ago. It's on my YouTube channel where I interviewed a retired VA employee. She has almost 40 years, okay? And she talked about the protection rule and she breaks that down, okay? Check out that video. I don't think you'll be disappointed, okay? Chris, thanks for the donation. Thank you for all you do when it comes to helping and educating veterans. Not a problem. It's my passion. Bamboo, thanks for the donation, filing Howler review, hoping for 14-year early effective date. Woo, that's going back a long time. Check out my video on my YouTube channel where I talk about effective dates. Due to informal claim, might be a pending adjudicated claim. Do you provide a service where you can review my 21-4138 educational purposes only? We do a document review. We would need to know the purpose for it. That service is on our website and it is detailed. So for those of you, I'm so sorry, this cough is just starting to kill me. So I'm putting the link to my website in the comment section, but again, under every, in the description section for every YouTube video, my website is there. Okay, go there, click on services, and you can find out what other services we provide. Okay, so that's all we have for tonight. If I didn't get to your question, I do apologize. I was trying to go through really fast. I do this. Oh, wait a minute. Got another Robert super sticker. Hey, thanks for that donation, Robert. Definitely appreciate it. And again, if I didn't get to your question, I do apologize. I try to get through all of them as fast as I can, but I don't want to miss somebody's question. But again, I do this every first Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe because you'll get notified, okay? If you're subscribed and you hit that notification button for all, you'll get notified when I schedule a live Q&A. So again, don't forget to go out and sign up for my Veterans Roundtable the third Thursday of this month from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And also I'll put the link in the comment section where I'm going to be doing a presentation at Hillsborough County Community College, Dale Mabry campus tomorrow from, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So definitely go out and sign up. That's a free event. But my roundtable is not for this month, but I put the link up. So definitely go out, sign up, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for your service. And thank you for joining me this evening for my live Q&A. Thank you. Bye. Good night.